Hello, Capricorn Sun, Leo Rising. It is time for your year ahead reading. Let's start off with a little bit of astrology first, though. With that Leo Rising, your chart is ruled by the Sun. So you would definitely have aspects of Leo about your energy, maybe even about your appearance, possibly good hair, like to maybe dress a little bit flashy or have I'm feeling more refined appearance rather than flamboyant for you. With that Leo rising, there's also a sense of you will stick up. If you believe in something strong enough, you will defend it, possibly to detriment sometimes, just out of pure stubbornness. You will defend it to the ends of the earth, to the ends of time, until you are really, really proven wrong. And then maybe you will grudgingly change your opinion on it. But I think it's all taken, I feel like there's generally good humor about it, at least amongst those who know you. You may have a reputation as that. But you're also very creative or known for your creativity or your creative solutioning at a minimum. Maybe there's even a creative aspect to how you dress and how you take care of yourself that's different than the norm and really sets you apart again and lets you shine in a way that others don't. Now, with that Leo rising, that means your sun is most likely in the sixth house, which is the house of wellness and routine. That means with your Capricorn sun there, when it comes to those things, you may like to have a plan. You will always initiate and try. You're willing to try different things, but you also probably like to be very methodical about it, or you like to give it your full attention while you're focused on it. So you may not split up or have different types of physical routines you do. You may focus on running or on weightlifting, or you have a very rigid kind of schedule for when you do those things, days of the weeks for this or that. So you're very good at maintaining that and initiating that stuff until you decide that's not working for you, and then you might shift up again. What else? For routines, yeah, I mean, you are okay. You have that cardinal energy there, so you're very good at starting things. I don't know necessarily always finishing, especially if you lose interest in it. But you like to once you're focused on it, you will give it your all. Especially if until you realize it's not working for you, and then you will switch it up again, and then you will give that option your all. A lot of focus and ability to really dig into it, and willingness to try different things until you find what works for you. Okay, now let's get into your cards. So normally I label the cards 1 through 12 as I'm talking about each month, which works perfect for you because your first month is January of 2025. So your month numbers will line up with the calendar months of the year. So here we go. Month 1, month 2, oof, month 3, month 4, interesting, month 5, and month 6, month 7, okay, we're all in frame, good, month 8, month 9, month 10, month 11, and month 12. And then a card from the bottom of the deck for an extra message or theme, and we have the Page of Cups. So some things I like to do when I'm looking at a broad spread for the year is kind of get a vibe for the whole year. One of the things I look for are the number of major arcanas because those can indicate significant shifts in our lives. And you have 2 of them here in the second half of the year. So no big giant changes, but some enough that it's going to change your opinion on things or how you view something, or you may be getting closure on something which then gives you ease or opens up your energy for something else going forward. The next thing I look for are the number of months where there are court cards, because court cards can indicate other people. So these are months where you're going to be more impacted by somebody else or influenced by somebody else. So we have 1 here, 2, 3, 3 of them in the first half of the year. Oh, plus your card on the back of the deck here. So there's 4. So not too bad. And to be expected as we make changes and shifts in our world. So they're going to inspire you in some way or impact your decisions or what you do that month. So let's start with a card on the bottom of the deck, which for you is the Page of Cups. Cups are about our emotions and intuition. Pages are young, it's young energy. This is somebody who has no experience out there in the world, really. This could be somebody who's like a high school graduate or has that toddler vibe. They just want to try things, they just want to experience life and all it has to bring. They don't know what they want to do with themselves, but they are brimming over with emotional potential about every situation. So they also have a wild imagination and things could just set them off. So this is somebody who will be very emotional and maybe erratically emotional. It can be frustrating to deal with. So this may be somebody that you're dealing with or are interacting with throughout the year as you're helping guide them through life while you're trying to do your thing at the same time. That's what this feels like for me. So this may be somebody, if you don't have children, this could be a younger person that happens to be around you that has this type of energy. This could be a coworker, maybe an apprentice or somebody, again, that young energy. And you may roll your eyes at them quite a lot because you have more experience than they do. But there's enough of those memories left within you that you remember when you used to be like this, when you were going through these things. A lot of the things that they're going through could be about relationships, beginnings and endings of relationships, falling in and out of love, and helping them deal with the drama of that, with how those affect them, and helping them maintain their own sense of self-worth and help them learn and grow throughout the year on an emotional level. So we know that this is going to be in the background for your year. So I'll keep that up there. Now let's get into each individual month to see what you'll be dealing with. Here in month 1, we have the 9 of Wands. Wands are a fire element. This is going to be something you're passionate about, something you've been working on. It's very Mars energy. The 9 is you're almost there. You are so close to the end. Do not give up now. So if you're feeling tired and aggravated and like, is this worth it? Is it worth it for me to continue? Yes, it is, because you are so close. Keep pushing through. You have enough energy left to push through. It's there. You're feeling tired, but you're not willing to give up yet, or you shouldn't be willing to, because you have what you need to get it done. And that's what this month is going to be all about for you, is getting it done. Just keep pushing through and get this closed out and over with so you don't have to deal with it anymore, kind of vibe is what I'm getting. So don't quit. Get the paperwork or whatever it is filed so that you can move on to the next thing. And then we have the 5 of Wands in month 2, which is interesting. It could be month 1 is having you preparing, getting ready for a competition or something that's in month 2. But 5s in general can indicate challenges. With the 5 of Wands, I think of it as competitive energy. You are competing with all these other people for the same prize, the same goal, the same accomplishment, recognition, probably. The goal, the way that you win here, or the advice that this 5 of Wands is giving you, is to just focus on what you're doing, focus on what you have to contribute to this. And don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Don't get distracted by what they're doing. Don't let anybody else's comments or whatever they have to say throw you off your game. And they will try. Keep your focus on what it is you have to offer. And that's how you win in this competition. And then in month 3, we have the King of Cups. So kings to me are masculine energy. Cups have to do with emotions and intuition, as we saw with that Page of Cups here. This could be somebody who is related to that Page of Cups. But this person is very confident, very suave, I would say. They know how to manage their emotions. They don't let their emotions manage them. They have a lot of experience. They can recognize triggers. They have tools in place. They know how to calm situations down too. If energy is erratic, if stuff that's going on around you and everybody's arguing and things like that, when this person comes in, kind of calms that energy down almost right away. And they get everybody to a calm state so that then we can talk about what's happening and talk about the emotions without experiencing the emotions. because that's going to help you recognize patterns and things like that and why we reacted that way so that we can handle that better going forward in the future. So, this could be somebody who is a counselor, it could be a teacher, somebody in your life that has that experience and can help you, maybe give you advice with how to deal with this person and what they're going through. The things they can help you recognize the experience you have or that you bring to the table that can really help, that you can talk to this person about when they're going through things to help them understand how to manage things and what they can do and what their power is in the situation. So, definitely some sort of guidance like that from this person. I don't know necessarily if it's somebody you know. It might be a 50-50 thing with those of you watching this. But it could even be somebody who's like a pastor or something like that too. But again, very confident and really has that background of dealing with the drama and things like that and helping people manage that and mature through that. And then we have the Knight of Cups. You really have almost all the cups here. We have the Page and then the Knight, and then the only one we're missing is the Queen, and that's okay. Maybe you have that Queen vibe energy in this. But Knight of Cups, so they now have experience, right? They're beyond the Page energy. So they're doing better, right? They've have a little bit of experience under them. Maybe they've gone to school now, or they've read some books. They've downloaded the apps. They maybe have dated a couple of times, but they still don't know exactly what they want. They don't have a lot of experience out there, meeting different people from different backgrounds and all walks of life. They're still exploring. They're still experimenting. They're still trying to figure out exactly what it is they want out of their connections with other people, what they will and won't put up with. So maybe they read a book that told them, okay, this is how relationships work. And they're trying to go by the book. But people are not books. And that's the part that they're going to be learning here in this month. So as you encounter this person, they may do something that offends you here in month 4. Have some grace here because they don't really know what they're doing. And that may be evident by what they say, but still let them know that what they did was offensive and how that made you feel, because that will help them absorb it better. You don't want to talk to them too much about it from a practical or factual. You're going to have the most impact with them if you're talking about things on an emotional level. That's going to help them understand it best. It's all about how they made you feel versus whether it was necessarily the most practical thing to say or not say, or if it was the most factual or logical thing. They're just trying to, either trying to make people feel better, possibly by inflating things or minimizing something when they should not be doing that, or they're trying to get away with something in a way. They just want to keep the vibe going, and sometimes they can't do that, and that's what they don't understand quite yet. So that may be part of the lesson that you can help provide for them this month. So if somebody says something that really makes you feel offended, try to talk about them on that emotional level, especially if they have that vibe of somebody who is a little bit reckless and trying to figure things out. And then in month 5, we have this 9 of Swords. So this is going to be a bit of a tough month, potentially, depending on how you handle it. Swords are an air element. They're about communication. They are about facts and figures and logic. But the 9 of Swords in particular is when we let our thoughts run away and turns into anxiety and nightmares and maybe insomnia, because we keep going over things in my head, worrying, so much so that you can't sleep. So some change or something has been going on, or maybe it's all catching up to you here. Maybe what they said, if you did not deal with it, especially in the time, is still lingering here and offending you or impacting you here and causing you to doubt yourself in month 5. What this card wants you to know is that this is not reality. This is the way the self-sabotage, the self-doubts, the self-recriminations, the worrying and all that. It's asking you to take some deep breaths and come back to the present moment. What is going on around you right now? Is the wind blowing? Is there water running? Do you have a cup of water nearby in your hand? What are you doing in this moment? Don't worry about the past or the future. Focus on where you are right now, because this is only temporary. Things do improve. Focus on where you are right now. Be present with yourself and let go of that fear and that anxiety and that worry. Breathe in and breathe out and release it. And then in month 6, we have the Queen of Wands. So we do have a queen in here. So definitely feminine energy. Still very much leadership energy. She is the queen after all. Wand energy, passion, fire, stoking up. This is a definitely kind of a Leo energy card with that sunflower in there, and the sun is your chart ruler. This card may be all about you standing in your power, being the focus of some sort of energy, being the one that people are counting on to help lead them through something or guide them through something. This could be a passion project for you that it's coming up. And maybe what was going on in month 5 was worry that you wouldn't be able to live up to whatever the expectations are here in month 6. Don't let that get into your head. That Leo rising of yours will let you handle it just fine. You will get through this, and you'll be remarkable and impressive, and people will be inspired by whatever it is here that you're sharing. There is a sense of boldness, a sense of passion, definitely, for this topic, whatever it is. And that light that surrounds you when you're out there, especially in public. So there may be something to do with public speaking here too, where you're sharing some experience of yours from the past. Maybe it is your own emotional journey to where you are now, to your success. Because we have all these cups here in the first half, and your Page of Cups card. But the Queen of Wands is not fazed by any of this. She will boldly tell her story, willing to share it with all to try to inspire them to pursue their dreams. She wants people to pursue their dreams, whatever they are, to have the boldness to take those steps toward a passionate life, a life that is filled with that joy, the joyous energy of the sun. So that's what this month is about. So don't worry, because you will nail it. You got this. Let that confidence shine through and go with the flow. Just be you, and it will just work out, because that's just who you are. And then down here in month 7, we have the 6 of Cups. So back into that cup energy. So the underlying, I think that cup energy is your biggest thing for this year. This is about you maturing on a whole nother level when it comes to your emotions. Gaining such a strong sense of confidence in how you feel about things. And really of your sun sign. The 6 of Cups. This is a card about reminiscing, sharing memories of the past with the present, sharing inspiration, things that inspired you on an emotional level to do things, to make certain decisions, to have certain goals, to inspire the passion you have about whatever topic is your primary thing for this year. Sharing those memories to help inspire and help support others that maybe you are, let's say that, so you're much further along in whatever the process is here in life, whatever it is, than the people you're talking to here, than people you're sharing these memories with. That's going to help sustain them and help them understand that there are different paths forward. Not everybody goes the same way to the same goal. Everybody has a different path to take, and your path, yours is one of inspiration that can help others recognize that their story is unique to them, and it does not mean that they can't achieve the same things. That's what I'm getting from this. I really like that message. And then in month 8, we have the Lovers. The Lovers card, it's a major arcana card. So this is indicating something to do with a relationship. It could be romantic, it could be business, it could be a friendship that's been together for a while. But this is also a card about decisions. You're at a decision point in this relationship on if you want to take things to another level, or some change that you want that may want to happen or may need to happen here. So this is a month of reflecting on that, of really sitting down with your partner, with your friend, whoever it is, and discussing what your expectation, each of your expectations are for this relationship. What it is you each want to contribute, what it is you expect the other person to contribute. And being open and listening clearly to both sides, asking each other questions without any recriminations. This is information gathering. As much as this says it's the Lover's card, this is about making sure you truly are meant to be connected. And that this is something you want to keep growing and doing. Because you may find as you guys have these talks, that you guys are not on the same page at all. And if this has to do with the business, the way their vision for the future has in no way aligns with your vision for the future. So maybe you guys need to dissolve that business and go your separate ways so that you can each succeed in your visions, because together you can't. And that's true with romance or even friendships. Sometimes even a friendship has run its course and it is time to separate, to dissolve it. Now, does that mean it's an immediate dissolution? No, but you both recognize that you're in different places in your life right now, and you have different goals for where you want to be in the future, and they don't really align at this time. Maybe they will again in the future, but right now, they just don't, and that's okay. So this is the month where you're having those discussions and really deciding, is this right for you or not? And then we have the 10 of Wands here in month 9. So still with that fire energy, but now a 10, which is about completion. And the 10 of Wands in particular is asking you, why are you carrying all the responsibilities? Why are you carrying the load for everybody? Why have you put this expectation on yourself that you're the one that needs to hold the responsibility for all the actions, for all the things? It's slowing you down. It's bogging your energy down. It's tiring you out. It's taking you longer to achieve your goals because you're trying to help everybody else with theirs. Sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes you have to put some of those burdens down or return them to the sender, because it is not, in fact, your responsibility to help them do better in their life. That is something they need to do. Yeah, you could give them a little helping hand and then walk away and see what they do with that. But that is their responsibility to take the next steps. It is not yours. So there is a sense here that you have too much on your plate and you need to let go of some things. You need to clear off some of your plate so you can reclaim that energy and focus on the things that you want to focus on. Focus back on your dreams, on your passions, because otherwise you're just going to be feeling drained and exhausted a lot of the time. So let go of some of that. You don't have to be the one responsible for it all, and you shouldn't be. And then here in month 9, we have the Justice card. This can also be known as karma. And to me, this is a card of closure. A decision is reached. You get the call, whatever it is. It's final. It's done. Whatever the decision is, you have to live with it. The other side has to live with it. Everybody has to live with it because it is the way it is. But now everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows what they need to do next. And then everybody can get that done and move on with their lives and not have to have this hanging over their heads anymore. What's done, it's over. We can breathe now. Even if there's something you have to do as a result, you still know exactly where things stand, exactly what needs to be done, and now it doesn't have to be a primary focus. You can release It doesn't need a lot of focus at all. It's just there in the background and becomes part of the routine now. So it's an easing of energy. It's a sense of lightening the burdens in a way. So this may be one of the burdens that you're waiting to release here from month 9 to month 10, and that helps with at least one of them. But I still think there's more than just that you're holding on to here, that you need to find a way to let go. So month 10, it's a turning point for you in life too, because it puts this issue behind you now so that you can move forward knowing exactly what you can do next. And then in month 10, we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands, a lot of times, is about defending your territory, defending your space. A lot of people want to be in your position. A lot of people want a piece of that pie. That's your pie. That's nobody else's pie. You get to be selfish here. You choose who you want to dole those pieces out to. Nobody just comes and takes a piece. That's not how this is supposed to work here. You aren't in control, and it's funny because this is month 11, and it's Thanksgiving in America, and usually there's always pie. So that's just funny that came up. Okay, but you choose who gets the pie, how much they get, if they get any at all. Defend your space. Don't let people try to knock you off your game. Don't let people... Well, okay, you can let them try. Just don't let people knock you off your game, because they will try you this month. They will challenge you. They will try to mix things up to their advantage. You need to stay on top of things, keep your eye on the ball, and recognize, set some firm boundaries. Boundaries are going to be key here. This is what's going to happen. Maybe you plan to host this year for Thanksgiving and something, so your hours are going to be from this to the start time, this is the end time. Each of you have an assigned dish to bring. I will be providing the pies. These are the pies that we'll be having because these are the pies that I like. So if there's any leftovers, I'll know I'll have them. And that's what we're having. If that's what feel free to do that. People may protest. They may want to bring something else. They may want you to make a different thing. If they want that thing, they can make it and bring it themselves, but you are not responsible for holding on to any of it afterward. They have to take it back home with them. So some definitely very clear rules, and this could apply to more than just pie, but stand your ground. Defend your territory. And then in month 12, we have the Two of Wands. I love the Two of Wands. This is a card about planning for some adventure in the future, something that's exciting. This could be a vacation. Maybe you want to redecorate the house and that has you excited, so you're coming up with plans, you're looking at paint swatches, you're deciding what rooms you want to do. Maybe you want to take it beyond just painting and things. Maybe you want to take down a wall. And it's all about that brainstorming and kind of coming up with the initial plans and ideas and doing vision boards and things like that and having a good time with it. Oh, I love that process. So that's what this month is about. Maybe you're planning a vacation. These are the different places you want to go. Do you want to fly? Do you want to have a beach? Do you want to be up in the mountains? Do you want to be in an amusement park? What do you want to do? What are the different options? What do they cost? All of that stuff that's going into this. And there's just the enjoyment of the planning and the anticipation of the outcome, the eventual outcome. So I love that. I think it's an excellent way to end one year right on the cusp of the next year. So that, Capricorn Sun, Leo Rising, is what I have for you for your year ahead. Please hit that like button. Please share this with others. Please comment below to let me know if this resonates with you or not, and because the YouTube algorithm likes that. And please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.